Hey, level casters. Today's lesson takes us on an incredible journey back in time, to a period of great change and conflict. We're going to explore the Spanish conquest of the Aztec Empire. This isn't just a story from history books. It's a dramatic tale of two very different worlds colliding, with consequences that shaped a continent. Imagine a powerful empire, rich in gold and unique culture, suddenly facing visitors from a far-off land with strange weapons and even stranger beliefs. How did this happen? What were the key events? And what was the impact on everyone involved? We'll uncover the answers together. This story is filled with fascinating characters, unexpected turns, and moments that changed history forever. It's a complex event, but we'll break it down so it's easy to understand. We'll look at the main players, the Aztec people and the Spanish conquistadors, and try to understand their motivations. This is a story about power, ambition, and the clash of civilizations. It's also a great way to learn new vocabulary and improve your English comprehension. So, get ready to travel back to the 16th century, to the heart of what is now Mexico, and witness one of the most significant events in human history. We'll start by setting the scene and introducing the main characters of our story. Let's dive in. Our story begins in the early 16th century, around 1519. The Aztec Empire was a dominant power in Mesoamerica, a region that includes modern-day Mexico. Their capital, Tenochtitlan, was a magnificent city built on an island in Lake Texcoco. It was larger than many European cities at the time, with impressive temples, markets, and advanced engineering, like causeways and aqueducts. The Aztecs were skilled warriors, artists, and engineers. They had a complex society with a rich religion, which included human sacrifices to their gods. Their emperor, Moctezuma II, ruled over millions of people, receiving tribute from conquered lands. Life in the Aztec Empire was generally well organized, though some neighboring tribes felt oppressed by Aztec rule. Meanwhile, across the Atlantic Ocean, a new power was rising: Spain. After Christopher Columbus's voyages, European explorers, known as conquistadors, which means conquerors in Spanish, were eager to find new lands, gold, and spread Christianity. One such conquistador was Hernán Cortés. In 1519, Cortés sailed from Cuba to the coast of what is now Mexico with about 500 soldiers, some horses, and a few cannons. His goal was clear: find riches and claim new territories for Spain. When Cortés landed, he burned his ships, a dramatic act to show his men there was no turning back. This was a bold move, showing his determination. As they marched inland, Cortés and his men encountered various indigenous groups. Some were enemies of the Aztecs and saw the Spanish as potential allies against Moctezuma. This division among the native peoples would play a crucial role in the conquest. Cortés was very clever. He used these local rivalries to his advantage. The arrival of the Spanish was a complete shock to the Aztecs. They had never seen horses, steel weapons, or cannons before. Their world was about to change forever. As Cortés and his allies marched towards Tenochtitlan, Moctezuma II faced a difficult decision. Should he fight these strange newcomers, or welcome them? He chose to invite Cortés into the city, hoping to control them. In November 1519, Cortés and his men entered Tenochtitlan. They were amazed by its beauty and size. Initially, the Spanish were treated as honored guests, but their intentions were far from peaceful. Cortés soon took Moctezuma hostage, effectively ruling through him. The Spanish also tried to stop Aztec religious practices, which angered the people. Tensions grew. In 1520, Cortés had to leave Tenochtitlan for a short time to deal with a rival Spanish force. While he was away, his lieutenant, Pedro de Alvarado, ordered a massacre of Aztec nobles during a religious festival. This event, known as the Massacre in the Great Temple, ignited a full-scale rebellion. When Cortés returned, the city was in open revolt. The Aztecs fought fiercely to drive out the invaders. During a chaotic retreat, known as La Noche Triste, the Sad Night, many Spanish soldiers and their allies were killed as they tried to escape Tenochtitlan. Moctezuma himself died during this period, though the exact circumstances are debated. Some say the Spanish killed him, others say his own people. Cortés and his remaining forces barely escaped, but they were not defeated. They regrouped with their Tlaxcalan allies, who were fierce enemies of the Aztecs. Cortés then planned a siege of Tenochtitlan. He built brigantines, small sailing ships, to control Lake Texcoco and cut off the city's supplies. The siege lasted for months, and the Aztecs, now led by Emperor Cuauhtémoc, fought bravely. However, they were weakened by starvation, thirst, and a new enemy, smallpox. This disease, brought by the Europeans, devastated the Aztec population, who had no immunity to it. After a brutal 93-day siege, Tenochtitlan finally fell to the Spanish and their indigenous allies on August 13, 1521. The once magnificent city was largely destroyed. Emperor Cuauhtémoc was captured and later executed. The fall of Tenochtitlan marked the end of the Aztec Empire. This event had enormous consequences for both the indigenous people of Mexico and for Spain. For the Aztecs, it meant the loss of their independence, their culture, and their way of life. The Spanish imposed their language, religion, Catholicism, and political systems. Many indigenous people were forced into labor, and their populations continued to decline due to disease and harsh treatment. For Spain, the conquest brought immense wealth, especially silver and gold, which helped fund its empire and influence in Europe. It also expanded the Spanish Empire significantly, establishing New Spain, which would become Mexico. The conquest also led to the mixing of European and indigenous cultures, creating a new mestizo population and a unique blend of traditions that still exists in Mexico today. This period is a powerful example of how encounters between different civilizations can lead to both destruction and the creation of new societies. It reminds us of the importance of understanding different cultures and the long-lasting effects of historical events. The Spanish conquest of the Aztec Empire is a complex story of courage, cruelty, ambition, and resilience, forever changing the course of history in the Americas.
That was a fascinating story.
Yes, the Aztec Empire was so advanced.
I didn't know Tenochtitlan was so big.
It was a truly impressive city.
Cortés was very cunning, wasn't he?
He used local rivalries well.
The burning of his ships was a bold move.
It showed his determination.
Moctezuma's decision to welcome them was interesting.
He probably hoped to control them.
The Sad Night sounds terrible.
Many people died then.
Smallpox played a big role, didn't it?
It weakened the Aztecs greatly.
The siege must have been brutal.
It lasted for many months.
So the Spanish won in the end.
Yes, they did.
It changed everything for Mexico.
It shaped its culture and history.
This was a great lesson.
I agree. Keep learning, Levelcasters.
That's all for today. Keep it up, and we'll see you in the next Levelcast lesson.